Hey everyone, welcome back. Bigelow Reviews here. I am Brent Bigelow and I have a new review for you, and that is going to be Mac Demarco's 5th studio album, 5 Easy Hot Dogs. Like I mentioned, 5 Easy Hot Dogs is Mac Demarco's 5th studio album and easily his most off the beaten path and just different album that he's ever made because this project is an instrumental album. All 14 tracks on here are instrumental tracks that he made all by himself. Which is nothing new for Mac. He always makes all of his music from the bare basics of the drums to bass, guitar, all of that. He makes it in his garage at his house, and when it's time to tour, he gets all of his bandmates together. They go together and they learn the songs and they perform them for everybody. But Mac Demarco makes all of the music, so him making an instrumental album is basically nothing new to him. He does that almost every day, pretty much, just minus lyrics, obviously. The exciting part about this record, honestly, for me, the most exciting part and the most interesting thing to this whole project is actually the production of it. When going into this album, Mac Demarco was kind of in a weird artistic mindset with COVID happening and Here Comes the Cowboy coming out and not being really one of his better albums, and COVID and all of that. He wanted to kind of break the system of make an album, produce the album, sell it, tour it, rinse and repeat. He kind of got bored and stale of that and wanted to kind of change things up. So on this record, he loaded up his Land Cruiser, hit the road, and took a road trip from Northern California up through Canada to Chicago, all the way to New York City, and recorded these instrumental songs in those environments in which he was staying at. Some songs were recorded in his childhood bedroom in Edmonton, Canada. Some of the songs were recorded in Chicago. One of the tracks was recorded in New York. There's a couple tracks in here recorded in Guadalajara, California, Crescent City, Portland, Vancouver, all of that. So the album really much is themed, and sonically you can hear the differences in the environments. And even Mac goes in and explains some of that in some of the songs. The songs in Edmonton, where he recorded in his bedroom, had this natural warmth and a little bit of energy. Same with the ones in Chicago. But then the songs in Guadalajara, it's kind of off on he recorded in in a really dingy motel. On the edge of a cliff by the ocean, has a really eerie vibe. One of those songs, Guadalajara 2, being one of my favorites, it sounds just like something from Minecraft. It sounds like Minecraft instrumental music, which in a way is a good thing because Minecraft has this prestigious thing of being such peaceful music and people love to listen to it. For Mac Demarco, it sounds exactly like you would imagine a Mac Demarco instrumental song to sound like. My general consensus on this album, it sounds exactly like you would imagine it to sound like. There's no extra layers behind it. There's no added effort. A lot of the songs do feel really simple and maybe too simple. Some of them feel reserved. They sound like things that we've heard before. Nothing on this project really wows me for it being a Mac Demarco instrumental record that we've never heard before. More sirens. Knowing Mac Demarco's just overall musical style and what he could bring to the table, because he knows music, he knows how to construct beats and make instruments sound great. Maybe it was a limited supply of instruments he had in his Land Cruiser. Maybe it was just the environments in which he was in. But a lot of them just kind of feel like there's not a full-blown effort put into them. It leaves a lot to be desired, because I think if he really could have put more effort into it, which I'm not denying he put effort into it, but I think that it could have been something special and it just wasn't really hitting for me, at least. The song Vancouver has a super staccato guitar thing going on throughout the entire song. The song just kind of repeats itself. It's 4 minutes long. It just kind of feels like it loops and goes on and it goes on. The only way I can actually see myself listening to this album is if these songs were put into one of those YouTube live streams of lo-fi music to listen to while you're studying type of a thing. It's the only way I can imagine myself coming back to listening to some of these songs. Like I said, they're pretty good. They're good instrumental music for what we know Mac Demarco can make, but it's lacking a little bit more of an effort and more of a different creative mindset too. I'm not too crazy about this project. Like I said, I wish there was a little bit more to it. Hopefully this album scratches that itch that he has and he can move on and make something else, make another album with lyrics and a little more effort, and hopefully he just kind of gets his mind cleared and he restarts with this record. Because I love Mac Demarco, I love his music, and I hope to hear what he does next. But I'm not really feeling this record too much. The most interesting thing for me is the way he produced it and how he did on the road and all that stuff. I find that fantastic. But I give this record a 43. Like I said, it's all right. I get it. I'm more interested in the idea and the concept more so than the actual songs. So, yeah. But what do you think? Put your scores down in the comment section below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with all your besties. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Biggie out.